Am I the asshole for telling my sister I was the golden kid since she couldn't do anything right? My sister is a flaming hot mess. She made my life miserable growing up. She got in with the wrong crowd, ran away multiple times. The house was never peaceful. We are close in age. I was a pretty good kid. When I was allowed to hang out at the mall in eighth grade, my sister couldn't since my parents didn't trust her. Okay, so we've got some sister drama going on here. It seems like two very different people growing up, and that led to a lot of tension that is coming out in the very first paragraph. When she was 17, they gave up on her, and I don't blame them. She ruined my mom's wedding dress. At 18, she was gone. They didn't kick her out, she just disappeared. She is back now and is now 26, and she's got her life together. And my parents put strict boundaries with her. I've been meeting up with her more often, and she went on a huge rant about not being invited to Thanksgiving since my sorry, we keep saying parent, okay, parents said they aren't at the point to let her back in their home. So for the parents to be holding that grudge at this point, it looks to be 8 years later, it seems like she really screwed up as a teenager. And if she just disappeared without letting anyone know, that probably put them through a lot of hell. So I don't know none of us know the situation to the backstory here, but it seems pretty rough. And I can somewhat sympathize with the parents. Not sure if it's a harsh reaction or not yet, but I can understand the feelings. After at least 10 minutes, she went on about how I am the golden child, and at this point, I had enough. I told her I was the golden child since she couldn't do anything right, and she is lucky anyone talks to her. She has never apologized, and she left in tears. Her BF called me pissed and thinks I am an unfair asshole. Edit, this thread has made me realize I don't care what her reason was. She still did a ton of awful stuff to me. It may explain why she acted that way, but it doesn't excuse it. All right, so this is a very short post here. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that I was the golden child since she couldn't do anything right? Well, she brought it up, didn't she? I mean, she called you the golden child, and she was kind of ribbing you on, rubbing it in your face, and you mentioned that she's never apologized to you, right? So imagine you are, I don't know how old, you're close in age, but growing up, she just disappears one day. What kind of hell would that put you and the rest of the family through in terms of worrying about her? Um, I mean, the fact that in eighth grade, your parents want to keep you both apart because they're afraid of your own sister being a bad influence on you. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, not the asshole here. I don't know if you're the golden child or not, but, there's no time limit on a good apology, right? If your sister did all this stuff, if she were to sit down and have a heart to heart and really apologize to the parents and to you for all the stuff that she did, it would go a long way, I'm guessing. The parents would probably be more amenable to letting her join in on family activities and opening back up to her. And that's a big thing as well, the fact that the parents are kind of still keeping her at arm's length. I mean, how badly did she screw up for that to be the case even 8 years later? So I don't know. I mean, their reaction and the fact that she hasn't apologized, I'm leaning towards you're not the asshole. Let's see what the commenters think. Did your parents ever try to help your sister? Therapy, psychiatry, change the school, interfere with her when their 13-year-old was getting in with the wrong crowd? If they gave up on her at 17, it sounds like they're shitty parents, especially since she's now in her mid 20s and they're holding her teenage behavior against her as a reason she can't come over for dinner. Okay, and the person responds, nice. Yes, they tried. We moved once to a new school to help her, and I'm still bitter I had to move and lost all my friends for her. She was in detention the first week of the new school. She was awful. Therapy happened with her. Group therapy was a nightmare. I don't blame my parents. It was bad enough that I don't want to have a kid since I am worried they will be like her. Okay, so Press my buttons by accident. So, yeah, I would say not the asshole. I mean, here's the thing teenagers are crappy, okay? Not all, but in general, the hormones are going crazy, and teenagers tend to prioritize what their friends think and what their peers think over what their family thinks. So when kids go get into the wrong crowd, I think it might be a bit hard to pull them out because they care more about what their peers think than about what you think. So even if you tell them it's the wrong crowd, it's going to lead them down the wrong path, kids don't care. Kids only reach the point of really caring about what their parents think and their family thinks when they hit like their mid to late 20s, sometimes 30s, you know. Um, so yeah, I mean, trying to put it on all on the parents, yeah, it's harsh. I get that. But thankfully, we had the clarification here from the OP. And from the clarification, I would stand by my decision to say that she's not the asshole. Not the asshole. You can tell when people are sincere and have really changed when they accept the limits people they have wrong put on them. She hasn't changed. She is just as destructive and entitled as she ever was. That's very nice, actually. I never thought about that, but that's a great thing to highlight. Not the asshole. In general, I recommend focusing on people's actions rather than their nature. So something like I'm only the golden child because you keep choosing to hurt the family. People aren't necessarily in control of their nature, but they are in control, hypothetically, of their actions. And if there's any chance of things clicking for them one day, then best to press on those buttons. But it sounds like she's not inclined to really self reflect or consider how her actions affect other people. And setting a harsh boundary might just, at the very least, help her see that you and your folks won't be available for her to grift and abuse. Hope she gets her stuff together. Cool. All right, so don't think I'm on the lonely island with this one. What do you guys think? Has anyone ever called you the golden child, or is there a golden child in your family? Does it rub you the wrong way? Let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.